Hi guys, Wilson here, and today I'm going to talk a bit about a technique that I've seen kicking about the internet. Somebody pointed me towards it, so I've been kind of interested in it. So I thought I'd let you guys know about it. It's known as SSILD, Senses Initiated Lucid Dream. And the guy who developed it, or designed it, whatever, he's been sort of working on it over the years and improving it through a lot of positive feedback, and he posted it up on cosmiciron.blogspot.co.uk, so you can check that out if you want. So I'll just jump straight into it. It's a really simple technique, and for some reason it just works. Okay, so there's the cycle, and that involves firstly focusing on your sight sense. So you're lying in your bed with your eyes shut and you're focusing on the sort of colours behind your eyelids, or if it's just darkness then just focus on the darkness. It doesn't have to be something, just focus on your sight sense. Then the next part in the cycle is focusing on your hearing sense, like ringing in your ears or background noise, just focusing on what you hear. Forgetting about your sight. Then the next part is focusing on your touch sense, which is the tingling in your body or the weight against the bed, whatever, just your touch sense. Focus on that and forget the other two senses, and that's the cycle. Just repeat that. Now the technique is, first off, do the cycle about 3 to 4 times quickly, just a few seconds each, and once you've done that a few times, then move on to doing it slowly, about 30 seconds at least each cycle, or 30 seconds each part of the cycle, and do that about 5 times maybe. And once you've done that, just get yourself comfortable and fall asleep. Now that's how simple the technique is. That's really all it is, and somehow it just works. But you need to keep a few things in mind. Firstly, you're not looking for crazy hallucinations or anything. You're not supposed to try and force yourself for anything to happen. You're supposed to just do it. It's almost a meditative thing, and in fact that method actually really sort of clears your mind. It actually works incredibly well in a few other uses. Anyways, so really you need to keep in mind that that's all that there is to this technique. You can't just mix other stuff in with it. You can't be trying anything fancy or whatever. You've just got to do this because somehow it just works. And doing anything else, you could just jeopardise the whole technique. Also, you need to remember to do this in a wake back to bed, because the thing is, it isn't a dream-induced lucid dream, and it isn't a wake-induced lucid dream. It's both. It's like a hybrid of the two, and that means it's basically a wake-induced lucid dream with a dream-induced lucid dream backup, if you get what I mean. So you can't do this when you're just falling asleep. It's pretty much useless if you're falling asleep at night and doing this. I mean, it's useful for clearing your mind, of course, but not as an induction technique. So you want to wake up after 4 or 5 hours of sleep, stay up for about 10 minutes, actually get out of bed, because you don't want to fall asleep too easily, but you also don't want to wake yourself up too much. So keep that in mind. Do a wake back to bed, actually make use of it. Also, please do try this a few times before giving up on it. You do kind of need to have faith in this, because it seems so simple that it's almost too good to be true, but honestly, there's been so many success stories that you might as well just try it because it's so simple. What's the point in not doing it? Okay, and also you need to be prepared for all the different scenarios that could come from this. Firstly is the sort of wake-induced lucid dream part of it, which is you might start to notice hypnagogia. Hypnagogia, am I saying that right? You might notice sort of hallucination things like seeing things or hearing things or feelings of falling or floating. That will usually mean you're starting to go into a dream, so you want to kind of keep your awareness up at this point if that's happening, and eventually you'll be able to get up, do a successful reality check and get on with the dream, stabilise it, whatever. Other thing that might happen is a false awakening. Now this is a very common thing with this technique. There's been a lot of reports of people saying, oh, it's not worked, I just woke up and I went back to sleep and it was nothing, and then they later realised that it was actually a false awakening. They woke up in the dream and wished they just did a reality check. So you need to remember, if you're doing this technique, remember to reality check the next time that you get up, no matter how convinced you are that it's not a dream. So yeah, be prepared for a false awakening. The other thing is that might happen, this is the sort of dream-induced lucid dream backup. When you do this technique, you're actually sort of conditioning your mind, you're getting your mind into a certain state of heightened awareness and stuff. Like, it's because of what you're doing with your senses, you're bringing it up. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, basically you can end up going into a dream, and because of this heightened awareness you'll become lucid, just almost seemingly randomly. But yeah, that can often happen, so you know, you might also want to prepare for that as well. So also practice your reality checks through the day, your sort of your day-to-day awareness, so that you're also increasing your chances on the dream-induced lucid dream aspect of this technique. Although technically you don't have to, but you really should, because it will boost your chances so much. So yeah, be prepared for that as well. I think I'll keep it to that. It's very simple technique and I've already gone on for what, 8 minutes. Yeah, so just give that a blast and let us know how it gets on. Yeah, I don't think there's much else I can say about it, so yeah, goodbye.